Let me confirm something to you. I'm a member of the ANC in good standing. I have also, attempted to send you some proof that my membership only expires at the end of October. And this is the African National Congress, not Mbalula National Congress.
Just as I thought we were done for the day, now it's time for me to relax and listen to some music, and then boom, Brown Mogotsi decides to have an exclusive interview with SABC, and I'm like, I am all for it. Bring it on, brother, because for some reason, I am giving Brown Mogotsi some benefit of the doubt when it comes to telling it all. In as much as I think Brown Mogotsi is one intelligent guy, I don't want to lie. Something about Brown Mogotsi that says this is a very, very intelligent man that we presented with. And so, when you come across a wounded lion, that's Brown Mogotsi. Like, everything that I've done for you, everything that I have done for you. But, anyways, he only focuses on January 8th. January. He's focusing on January 8th, but he's not focusing on anything that is, something meaty, something that we are all waiting for. That bombshell, the CR-17 bombshell, because there's no way that Fikile Mbalula did not consult with Cyril Ramaphosa as the ANC president and him being the ANC secretary general regarding the termination of Brown Mogotsi's membership. And of course, we knew that what Mbalula was saying is absolute rubbish. Absolute. I believe Bram Hotze when he says, because it is October right now. He didn't give a faraway date. He says, no, my membership of the ANC expires end of October, meaning this particular October. And Mbalula came out and grandstood and made us feel like I asked it in my other video, who was he trying to convince? Because I was not convinced at all with whatever he was trying to say, because Mbalula was being Mbalula, making fools of South African citizens. Hey, tell me something. What is happening at Luthuli House and your assets and bank accounts frozen? And you are run now. It not that we didn't know or didn't see, but those of y'all who have been blind and been warned over and over and over again that the ANC do not know what they are doing in government. They have no idea. They crumbled everything down to ashes, including the economy. Yeah, even what's his name, the finance minister, Enoch Gondongwana, the other day was talking about how when they inherited the rand, it was not this weak, and it continues to get weak. And now you have to think about what's happening right now because y'all don't even know how to run things. Yeah, give the country to people who are in the gutters to run it to the ground. Anyways, let's go back to Brown Mogotsi. Brown Mogotsi is like, yeah, well, let me also uh and I thought that was a smart move. Like, do what you will with what I'm going to say, but read between the lines. But in particular, I am challenging the investigative journalist to look and dig deeper into what I'm about to say in passing as a way of saying, but do you see him losing his membership? He is talking about not like he directly is involved, but
On the January 8th that we are not talking about, the national officials of the ANC, they came with one boat from Cape Town to Robben Island. It's only Fikile Mbalula who came with a lavish boat owned by a foreign national company. Do we have to question him? Did he declare that? What should we say? And talking of being implicated, the way Fikile is doing all the utterances he made, let me give you one. He traveled with Vusi Keke abroad. Vusi Keke has been convicted and sentenced for the killing of Mandela Bozwana. It was also shown that he was with Vusikeke 2-3 days before Wandile Bozwana was murdered. I know Bozwana's family. You know, with our interaction, they showed me some proof that actually Bozwana gave Fikile Mbonile 1 million rand and he promised to pay it back. Today the money is not paid. I'm saying, in as much as he was with Vusikeke, currently Vusikeke has been sentenced. Do we have to label him? Do we have to tell him you can't be a member of the ANC? You're traveling with someone who's been convicted and sentenced? That's what I'm saying.
He is saying 2-3 days before the unaliving of, I think it's Andile or Wandile Bozwana, a businessman and a multi-millionaire and a entrepreneur who was unalived in Pretoria some few years ago.
Wandile Bozwana, a well-known businessman from Mutibistat near Kuruman in the northwest. His business empire included a big property portfolio comprising office complexes and residential estates. End of October 2015, his life was mercilessly terminated when unknown gunmen fired at his vehicle on the Gasfontein N1 off-ramp in Pretoria.
He said to me, I know I'm going to be killed. I said, Bozi, why then don't you desist?
We don't want the man who pulled the trigger, we want the one behind the trigger. Why did you kill this man?
And apparently or allegedly, Fikile Mbalula had borrowed 1 million rand from Mr. Bozwana, which to this day it is not paid back, even though allegedly Fikile Mbalula said he was going to pay it back. So now when I am reading between the lines, me just rubbing my two IQs here, you meet with the alleged unaliver, y'all go to Dubai together, and 2 days later, 3 days later, Mr. Bozwana is gone. What does that mean? Because I think this is one funny way of not paying somebody back. Because you are basically unaliving two birds with one stone. You unalive the person that borrowed you the money. I'm not saying he did. I'm just rubbing my two IQs here. Because that's what Brian Mogotsi did. He threw us this bone. It has meat on it. It's not dry. And on top of that, this also intimidates his family. Because I don't hear Brown Mogotsi saying that the family has been asking for the million rand back. I mean, I think I would be afraid too to ask for it. Because now you're beginning to realize what you are dealing with. I think that's what Brown Mogotsi was saying. And he's saying, no, 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 no. But do you see us screaming on top of the mountain and asking for his membership termination? No. And I caught that. I caught that. So, in other words, what Brown Mogotsi is saying, and probably he has done his groundwork because clearly he's good at groundwork. He probably has gone to this Vusi Keke individual in prison to say, hey, listen, I don't know if you know that the fire is burning on the mountain out there. Luthuli house is on fire. And the person that is the general secretary or secretary general has terminated my membership because I'm alleged to be a middleman between politicians and the underground criminal cartel when he himself is linked to it. And now you are going to probably confess. I don't know. Who sent you exactly to unalive Mr. Bozwana or Bozwana? Do you think he might have done that? That will be very interesting to see if that actually happened. Because the way that Bram Mogotsi is talking, he is so blasé. And he is, of course, throwing us off with January 8th, but he's not going to 2017. He's not going there, and he's also not going to the time when did Fikile become SG? In 2017, right? Right. This is interesting. I am like so intrigued. I want more. And I think this interview or this exclusive interview is not 10 minutes. I think it's far longer than that. They were just giving us some part of the meat of it. I would like to hear the entire exclusive interview if it's available. Please direct me where to go to on SABC channels. So that because I feel like Mogotsi is an injured lion and is roaring. He is definitely roaring, and he's doing so calmly though. I'm like, Brown, what do you have in your head? And of course, he's talking about the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, that he's definitely going to be there. And he is not giving credence to the ad hoc committee, but rather he gives more credence to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. So I don't think that he trusts the process in Parliament, because probably he knows who are going to be the people that will be probing him if he is called at the ad hoc committee in Parliament, versus the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, where he's going to have a whole different set of people that didn't even know he existed. So clearly, he's more confident about the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, where he will cough up what he needs to cough up. So it also sounds as though Parliament will have him before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. Now I'm like a little confused here, that what should he do? And I think if he doesn't trust parliamentarians, because somewhere in there, in that ad hoc committee, he probably has some sprinkles of people like now, you will be too fat to ask me those questions when you know the answers. You and I in the same crooked places, and you'll be questioning me. It sounds like that. It sounds like that. I don't know. Because in my head, I thought, okay, since the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry does not have teeth, at least the ad hoc committee does. But Brown Mogotsi says, useless. Madlanga Commission is the one that you should be focusing your attention to, because that's where the how do you put this? This is where the storm will break. Man, I am like, what, bro? Come on, say some more. I can tell that he wants to say more, but let's wait until he is on the stand at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. And now I am in Zulu. I'm becoming very impatient, and I'm a very patient person. I would like to see Bramukotsi there. I would like to. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I am like, oh, I cannot sleep without talking about this, because my two IQs are going wild. They're going wild, especially on Fikil and Baloo. I mean, I would like to hear more. And I guess time will tell, right? I guess time will tell, because when you are listening to Fikil and Balula, there's panic in his voice. And I have never seen Balula panicking before. He reminded me of the first judgment that Judge Rada did when Zungu was on the stand and he had to go to KwaZulu Natal to fetch his handwritten statements that he had made. But when he got to KwaZulu Natal, somebody cleaned his room and threw away all the papers, including those handwritten statements. And then Judge Rata on Monday already had a judgment prepared. And the question we were asking, like, sir, you and the rest of the court and the rest of South Africa should have heard that information for the first time on Monday. And he was just drinking water. Well, and we would, that's what Fikile Baluna reminded me. It's like, somebody please give him some water to drink. The man is panicking. He's having chest pains. Is he okay? I mean, he's not a spring chicken, in case you haven't noticed. Oh my word. Brown Mogotsi, why today of all days? It's about to go down. I'm telling you. ANC, Nenzanani, what's happening? But yeah. Anyways, guys, please let me know, what are your thoughts. For me, it was that part that I zoomed in. Everything else that Bram Host was saying, to me, he sounded very vague and I was not liking the vagueness, but that little bone that she threw about Botswana, I was like, oh yeah, now I'm interested. Now I'm interested. Anyways, guys, let me leave this video right here, and I'll see you next time in a new video. But please do me a big favor, leave a like, and I'll see you next time in a new video. Goodbye.